Hey ho guys, welcome back to Satisfactory episode 8. Now what we're going to be doing today, you can maybe spot already on the right side of the screen. It's saying there minus Mark II and foundry. That's right, we're going to set up a pretty large scale steel production. Now I got to explain some things to you. So as we said already, we can't make steel from one ore like we would in the smelters, but you actually need iron ore and copper, and these smelters can't take two inputs, so for that we need a foundry, which is this thing. It obviously, as you can see, it takes two inputs, has one output, and it will produce steel from coal and iron basically. Now if we open that up and set steel ingots, you can see that it requires actually 45 iron ore and 45 coal per minute, and will then produce 30 steel ingots. So I was wondering how we could actually run that efficiently, and that's not so easy, because of course the miners will always produce 60, 120 or 240 resources per minute, and neither of those values is actually divisible by 45. So you can't efficiently feed them, if you know what I mean. So what I then came up with is this overclocking feature, because if we overclock the miners, and it would be able to feed 4 foundries at 30 per minute, so 120, which is a Mark I miner on a pure resource node or a Mark II on a normal. Then you overclock the miner, then it will produce 50% more, and that will be exactly 45 for each foundry. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to set up 4 foundries and 2 miners Mark II. And actually, that is, I know where we're going to set them up, and there's a pure iron node there and a pure coal node. And due to that, we could, if we had better conveyors, which we don't, we could in fact supply even 8 foundries at once. But that's a bit overkill for now, because we don't even need that much steel. And yeah, it's pretty expensive to set up as well, as I complained last time about the encased industrial beams and stuff. Yeah, those are really expensive. So what I would like to do now is go over there and see how much we can get done before we actually need more steel, because I don't really want to be hand making any more steel in the future. So I'll just grab some concrete from here, because we'll need a lot of foundations, and then we'll get walking. And I'm gonna scan for coal, because I'm not entirely sure about the shortest path, but it's somewhere in that direction. Oh great. Yeah, so I'll just go and walk over there real quick and then talk to you again. Okay, so I just ran over here real quick. Hopefully you can see the space elevator. So that's where our base is, and you can also see right there a tiny piece of a miner. So we're not really that far away from our base. We've got this huge crater with a boss monster down there, which we're not going to be attacking right now. But there's also some limestone down there. That may come in handy if we want to automate the the encased industrial beams, which we may do over here. And now the coal is actually up there, which is kind of annoying, but it's a pure coal node. And remember at the beginning when I talked about the different coal nodes I found on the scanner and how I knew about all of them, but the one to this side was a bit more advanced. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Whoa. Hi. Didn't even see him. Okay. Any more? Okay, no space. That's unfortunate. Okay, there's more monsters, I guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are those spider thingies. Sorry if that freaked anyone out. I mean, it sure does freak me out from time to time. Let's see. Let's trigger these flies. Not really good at fighting them, as you may have seen in a past episode. Come on. Thank you. So that's it, I guess. Ah, no space. Yeah, that's right. So, didn't I see? Yeah. These are even better food items, actually. Oh, and there's more spiders coming. Look at that. Yeah, they're pretty disgusting. Okay, so now if I put that in my other hand slot, I can pick up, yeah. So these mushrooms are actually pretty good. They heal, I believe, 2 hearts, or 2 boxes. Oh, look, a floating one. So they will heal 2 boxes of health as opposed to half a box from these ones. Or, oops, didn't want to do that. Half a box from these nuts, or 1 full box from the berries. So they're twice as good as the berries, basically, which is nice. Now we need to find a way to get up there. I'm not really sure whether I found one last time, or whether I actually just decided to pillar up. I believe the latter may have been the case, even though I'm not sure. Now look, this is, for example, I think this is actually the first different biome that we're going to. I think this forest looks really gorgeous, especially at night. So yeah, this is just a little impression of what's to come when we go exploring. But before we do that, I want to get all the basic production set up. Ouchie. So I want to get the... Oh, is that sulfur? Nice, so we found a sulfur mine actually. That's good, I don't think this was here before. I think that's new. You could only find those small patches before. Yeah, so as I was saying, before we go exploring, I would like to get at least some more production going, so that we have something running, you know, while we go away and check out other biomes. We can then have our production running and just return to containers upon containers full of stuff. But for that we need containers and stuff being made, of course. So I'm a bit tired of jumping around here, and I'll just build some kind of a ramp. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna build an old school pillar. I'm gonna pick up the 8x4 foundations. And just, oh, yeah, that's right. I don't have the thingy yet, so I can jump up there. So then it's gonna be the small ones. But of course you can just, yeah, build a pillar like this basically, and then we can get all the way up there. Okay, now we arrived up here, and straight away there's of course a Betty. Oh wow, 2 actually. That sucks. Okay, so 1 down. Just don't want to get blown off this cliff, because A, that's gonna hurt, can't speak, and B, I'm gonna be down there again and have to build another pillar. But yeah, now I made it up here. You can see there's a bunch of foundations there. I'll take them down later. And now here is our coal, which is a pure coal node as expected. And now on top of this we can just place our miner Mark II, which is nice, even though we can't because I didn't bring a second portable miner, but that's not a problem. So there we go. That's nice. This is not going to be running though, of course, because we don't have any power yet. But then down there, I think this is an iron mine, which we can use to make the steel, right? So I'll just build a ramp going down this cliff, basically. Not really sure how I'm gonna do that. Yeah, maybe like so. Yeah, that looks decent. I'm gonna go 3 wide maybe, because why not? And now I'm gonna use that opportunity. Where was it even? My platforms. Oh well. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take that down and build the ramp. And yeah, that's not too interesting, I guess. Okay, so there we go. By the way, I am aware that I could have just built a conveyor lift going down all the way here without having to build that huge ramp. But I also want to be able to walk up here and take a look at my miner and replace it later on, or replace the conveyors, or you know, just check it out. And that's why the ramp can double up as well as a path for me. And that's why I preferred building an actual ramp like this. So now I'll have to install the conveyor going all the way down here. And as I mentioned, a Mark II conveyor will have to do for now, even though this miner produces twice as much as this can actually handle. So that's a bit of a shame, but we can't really change that right now. Okay, so this is a bit tricky to place. Now, for the sake of symmetry, I want to place these everywhere. I also placed such a conveyor pole. So that's going to be connected like so. And now we only have to connect this over to our base. And I think I'm actually going to do that right now. Oh no, let's first check out the iron mines. So if I go and scan for iron, we'll see. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that's right. Oh, hi. It's this kind of dude. Now, we actually have 2 normal nodes here. Yeah, that's fine as well. But that means that later on for overclocking we'll actually have to use 2 slugs, which is a bit less optimal, but it's not a problem. Look, another guy. And now there's... oh look, a lizard doggo. I don't really know how these work. If you come close to them, it sometimes says hit E to pet. I don't want to scare him. Maybe, is this how they work? I just hold some food and slowly walk towards him, maybe? Seems to be scared. But he's licking his lips like he's hungry. That's really cute, actually. Come here, buddy. Just let me come a bit closer. Yeah, he's not running away, he's just slowly backing off. So if I come even closer... okay, now he's running. Now I hit E, and now he's running away. So I don't really know what that is about. And look, there's a graphics glitch back there. But anyway. So for now, yeah, we have this mine of iron, these 2. And then also the scanner showed that there's some down here, which I also know about, which are these, and I believe those are normal as well. So in case we ever need more iron, we can just use these 2 as well. But for now, we'll just be absolutely fine with using one of them. So now yeah, I think it would probably be best to connect one of these miners as well, and to then use the coal and iron coming out of there to manually make the steel that I'll use for the foundries, because I don't really want to be mining any ores except for this, just to, you know, get rid of it. So now I'll need some steel pipes, which luckily I have enough steel for. And then also what I'm gonna need is 2 portable miners, which also luckily I have the space for actually. And I can stack those up, so I'm gonna get a bit more space. Nice. And also, why do I have 2 stacks of nuts? Yeah, sometimes the inventory is a bit, you know, a bit wonky. You just have to manually shift things around to make it a little more optimal. But I believe that's gonna be, or I hope that's gonna be subject to change in the future maybe. So now that's miner number 2. I'll just plonk down a power pole here for now. And we may use some proper layout with foundations and everything later on, but not quite yet. Oh, yeah, that's too long. I thought that was going to connect and I was already really surprised and impressed. So now we'll just take this power line back to base, and then I'll come back here, and yeah, again, you don't really have to follow me around too much. I just want to take you around this corner so that you can see where we are a bit better. So, oh, you can't actually see where we are. That's a shame. So yeah, this is our, you can see the miner now again. So I'm just gonna take you back to base, why not? And by the way, yes, I am aware that we can also make vehicles already. We can make the tractors, and we soon will. But for now, I'll just be walking this distance, because it's not, you know, it's not that far. Oh, okay, I like this. So now this is our base. Now you can see it. And now for me walking back to the concrete production, to the steel production, you don't have to watch me do that. So see you in a minute. Now, you're probably wondering what this is. And if I jump up here, you'll be wondering even more. And if I run down this way, you'll think I'm completely crazy. Because there's a whole lot of foundations that look like a pretty random zigzag. And they actually are. This is just, you know, some pattern. And this is not supposed to be a walkway, of course. This looks ugly as hell. And it's not supposed for the conveyor belts either. But at some point I will probably want to connect my base and this place using foundations. And now if I just go ahead and take a foundation and place it like, say, here, you'll see that this is decently similar to how the other one is placed, but they will never connect, right? Because this one is slightly turned maybe, or, well, it's not actually turned, but it's slightly off, and they just won't snap together. There's no way they can even snap together. Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty amazing. Yeah, this game sure is gorgeous. So as I was saying, I wanted this to align perfectly because in the future I will want to connect the two areas using a path of some sort of foundations, and this is the only way I could think of to align them, because these foundations actually connect all the way back to our base. You can see them back there as well. And with these we can make sure that everything is aligned on the same grid. I think the idea is actually pretty good, even though it's, yeah, it was a bit of work to do, but not a crazy amount either. So now let me think for a second. We got limestone here, we got more limestone down there, we got the coal up there, and then the miners with the iron right here. So I probably want to set up the production facing that way, just so that I don't have to... Yeah, I mean, is this wide enough? It's probably not. I could also set up the... Yeah, I'm gonna set up the steel production facing this way, like so, and then the concrete production like so, and then pipe all the steel this way and make the... Sorry, you know, the products made from the steel over there. So for that we'll need more foundations here. And now this is a bit unfortunate, because this is so diagonal compared to this mine. Which is why, yeah, I'm definitely making my life harder by doing it this way, but I think it will pay off. So now let's see, I made enough resources for one foundry, so we'll probably want to place that down. Oh yeah, and these are wider than... No, they're... Oh! That has been updated as well. I'm pretty sure... Yeah. Nice, you couldn't do that before, I'm sure. So now you can. That's actually really nice. Now I'll also need some space to split up the iron, especially from this miner later on. But I may be able to pull that off in the front here. So I'll just... Yeah, you know what? It's not gonna be too hard to move these later on. So I'm just gonna plonk down the first foundry right here. And this is gonna be the first one making steel, of course, because we can't even make anything else from them just yet. Oh, now I'm out of concrete, right? Yeah, okay. So now, just to get the production going a bit, I'll connect up these conveyors like in a terribly ugly way. And yes, these are Mark 1 conveyors. They can only extract half of that and even just a quarter of what's being produced up here. But the truth is, I don't really care right now. I just want this to start making steel. And now this should probably connect to the one in the back, like so. Now for the power, I can actually make a proper setup already. I should probably power these. I don't even know where to power them from. Probably from this side would be wise. Yeah, so they have an off-centered output, so I can just place the power poles on these blocks. That's probably a good thing. And I just like so, I'll connect that up. Now, is it actually taking any inputs? Yes, it is. Nice, so the coal is taking a while. I can just manually throw in some. I could, if I had some coal. You know what, I'm just gonna speed this up. Just grab some and shift click it in there, just to get it going. And now this foundry is making our first steel. Isn't that awesome? Nice, oh that feels good, that feels really good. Now we'll need more concrete, of course, a lot more concrete, because we'll need to cover a lot of this area. Although I just thought that I can probably take down a lot of these foundations, because now that they're aligned, I don't really need all of those anymore. So I can just nick a little concrete from these. So yeah, I'm just gonna build up some more infrastructure back there, and then show the result to you. You know the drill, right? Now there goes the iron load balancer. Look at that. Beautiful, eh? Now this build is full, obviously, because there's no foundry here yet, but there will be in the future. And now this should evenly distribute the 120 coming out of here into four separate even belts, right? And we'll supply all of these. Nice. So now the last thing we have to do is connect all of these to our coal elevators, which we can't really do yet. That should be here, right? Like so. 2 over, yeah. So I think this should be the same level. Not exactly, but that's close enough. So now we'll actually have to bring in 4 conveyors to connect to these. Or 1 big conveyor to connect to all of these. I don't really know yet. So yeah, I'll just come up with something for that as well. Just wanted to give you a quick update on my progress. So yeah, see you in a second. Well, that's a shame. I was actually picturing something like this, but as you can see, the miner is gone, and that was due to the fact that it doesn't work with these conveyors being there. So I can now, if I place it down, I mean, I can't connect this in. Oh, I can connect this. Okay, but I can connect this one, right? Yeah. So that's entering the clearance, so I may have to cheat a bit on this one, which of course I don't like, but it seems to be inevitable. Now this one will go down like so, and this one will go like so. Nice, now I have nice looking connections, if you ask me. And now I have a lot of space up here to build my load balancing system, which I won't even need, but yeah. So just watch me build it real quick, I guess. So I'll need conveyor splitter on the input somewhere here maybe. Now, oh, I don't have cables. Do I have wires? I do, some at least. Otherwise I would really be in trouble now. I've got like 6 containers full of cables back at base. Yet here I am, handcrafting them because I need 2 for a conveyor splitter. That's life, guys, that's life. So up here I can build it like a little more distributed, like so. I can just connect this using a proper conveyor like this. No, I don't have iron plates. Hang on, do I even have... Oh, I don't. I don't even have any more iron plates, do I? Oh well. Guess I'll have to make them by hand. Because I ain't running back home right now just because I don't have iron plates on me. Do I have iron ore on me? I don't either. So I'll have to grab some off of here. It's not like I need a crazy amount of iron plates. Just a couple. Okay, so probably you should not be watching me do all of this. So I'll just get my iron plates sorted and then see you again. So there we go, guys. Coal is coming in, as you can see. The load balancer is working. I finally found some iron plates. And now all the coal is being distributed all over the foundries down here. Now in theory, these 3 and a 4th, which I didn't build yet, should now be able to run at full efficiency. And I will need to upgrade the miners, conveyors and all of that in case I want to use any more, which I definitely will in the future, but not quite yet. So while you're still here, I'm gonna make the last foundry for completeness sake. Just make 15 steel pipes and 5 encased beams. And then I hope that's all I need actually. I don't even remember. So a foundry, yes it is. Some more concrete, which I have tons of. So now, oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to redo this a bit. Then connect that. And connect this. Connect this to power as well. And set it to steel ingots. Now, oh, I actually forgot one very important thing, which is storage containers, and I don't have iron for those. Would you look at that? So now all of these are making steel, but the steel isn't actually going anywhere because I don't have enough iron plates for storage containers. Yeah, well, that's somewhat sad, but you know, that's how life goes sometimes. I think we made a beautiful code protection anyway. Yeah, those platforms, I'm not really sure. I'll probably build a wall below them or something so that it looks a bit more like a factory. And also I could probably move all of this a bit over, but that's not a priority right now. So now we got our steel production running, and next episode we're going to be making awesome things from it and using it as well to unlock the next milestones probably finally, because we definitely need the Mark III conveyors and a lot of other things. So I'm gonna wrap this one up right here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then make sure to check back for the next episode, and until then, I'll see you. Bye.